Going to the first of 14 fences, Sulky Squaw going for the early lead. Towards the inside, General Shachnow is next. And then on the far outside, there goes Heart Can't Lie. To the first fence they go. They've all cleared that one successfully. Moving down the back stretch to the second of 14 jumps, Heart Can't Lie leads the way. Sulky Squaw second. Over the second fence, General Shachnow third. A break of 2. Back to Solid as a Rock racing fourth at this time, and Straight Arrow fifth and last. Heading around the turn to the third of 14 fences they go. And up over that one, they've all cleared that one well, and Heart Can't Lie comes to the top of the stretch for the first time with the advantage. A break of 5 lengths back to the gray, Sulky Squaw next. Then Straight Arrow, General Shachnow, and on the outside, Solid as a Rock. Over the fourth they come into the stretch for the first time. Galloping along with the lead is Heart Can't Lie. Moving to the fourth fence. Up over the fifth now. 5 complete. Heading past the stands and into the turn. Heart Can't Lie maintains the lead. Then on the inside, General Shachnow, Straight Arrow next, Sulky Squaw, and Solid as a Rock fifth and last, but just 5 lengths from the leader. As the leader, Heart Can't Lie, takes the field to the backstretch as they move towards the 6th of 14 fences that way. Heart Can't Lie in front, ridden by apprentice Tom Foley, length and a half. In second is Straight Arrow. In good position on the inside, Sulky Squaw third as they go over that fence. Then on the inside comes General Shachnow, and on the outside, Solid as a Rock. Over the 7th of 14, into the turn once more. Heart Can't Lie approaching the 8th fence. General Shachnow, Straight Arrow, heads apart. Sulky Squaw next, and Solid as a Rock. Moving now towards the next fence, and as they go up over the 8th, Heart Can't Lie getting a challenge now, the inside from General Shachnow. Length and a half back, Solid as a Rock. And 1 more length back on the inside comes Sulky Squaw, and Straight Arrow is fifth at this point, into the stretch for the second time. Up over that fence they go, and coming past the finish line for the second time. 1 more circuit to go, and as they come under the line once again and up over that jump, leading the way still is Heart Can't Lie, with 4 fences remaining as they head towards the backstretch once more. Solid as a Rock second, General Shachnow right there third. Towards the outside, Straight Arrow starting to pick it up a bit, and Sulky Squaw is in 5th position. Onto the backstretch for the final time. As they go now over that 11th fence, as they approach it and moving towards that fence, Heart Can't Lie with the advantage. On the outside, Solid as a Rock moving up and challenging. Those two are heads apart midway down the backstretch for the final time. Half mile to go, 2 fences remaining. They've completed the 12th, heading now to the 13th. And the battle on the front end, Solid as a Rock on the outside, short lead. Heart Can't Lie battling back. 3 more to General Shachnow. Coming now to the 13th fence, midway round the turn for the last time. Solid as a Rock under Gus Brown leads the way and opens up a 5-length lead. General Shachnow is next in second. 5 back to Heart Can't Lie. Then it is Straight Arrow. As they come into the stretch far back and being eased with Sulky Squaw. Straightening away into the stretch for the last time. 14th and final fence. Solid as a Rock in front and is built up a commanding lead, and falling at that fence was Heart Can't Lie, but under the line, winning this easily, Solid as a Rock, Gus Brown in the saddle. General Shachnow second, Straight Arrow finishing third. For the last time, Solid as a Rock under Gus Brown Flag is up. And starter Barry Watson sends they're on the way. They're off to the first of 14. And up there for the early lead, there goes Green Forever. Green Forever, Addison. Those two battle now as they go to the first fence. Ruminate right behind them in third. They have completed the first of 14 fences. And it's a three-way battle for the early lead as they move to the second fence. Addison on the outside. Ruminate right there. Green Forever. And then about a length and a half back now to Of Notable Value is fourth, and the early trailer Irish Prime. Two fences complete. Heading now to the third. Addison has taken over the lead by 3. Ruminate is in second. As they go over the third fence, break of 2 more lengths back to Green Forever third, Of Notable Value to the outside fourth at this point, and it is Irish Prime who is fifth and last, about 6 lengths from the leader as the field comes into the stretch for the first time and back to the front. The leader still Addison at the fourth jump. On the outside, Ruminate. Towards the inside under a snug hold, Green Forever. Length and a half back now to Of Notable Value and Irish Prime. Up over the fifth fence they go. They've done that one well and head towards the turn once more. Into the turn parallel to Powder House Road, and Addison leads the way. Green Forever, Ruminate, second and third heads apart. Tracking those two right behind them in fourth position, Of Notable Value, and 2 more lengths to Irish Prime. As the field heads to the backstretch to the sixth of 14 jumps. Moving to the backstretch, Addison shows the way. Ruminate still in second. Green Forever third towards the inside, Of Notable Value next. And then it's Irish Prime. Midway down the backstretch to the 7th of 14 fences. Still in front is Addison. Edging a little closer on the inside now. Green Forever. Ruminate in good position third. Length and a half back, now 2 lengths to Irish Prime and Of Notable Value. Around the turn for the second time. 7 fences complete. They're moving towards the 8th jump, which is midway on the turn. Addison still showing the way. Green Forever still in second. Ruminate third to the outside. Break of 3 more lengths back to Of Notable Value and Irish Prime. Into the stretch now for the second time and approaching the 9th of 14 fences that way. And Addison still maintains the advantage. And Ruminate on the outside. Down on the inside it's Green Forever. Then comes Irish Prime as they move to the 10th fence. Up over the 10th, 4 fences remaining. Addison, who's been prominent from the start, still leads the way as they move into the turn. Ruminate on the outside. Green Forever still saving ground. Right behind him, looking for some racing room, Of Notable Value. And next comes Irish Prime. And Irish Prime's only about 4 lengths from the lead. Still has a chance as they head to the backstretch for the last time. 10th fence coming up. And Addison maintaining that lead. On the outside, Ruminate still in third and saving ground. Green Forever. Then comes Irish Prime and Of Notable Value at the 10th fence. Ruminate moving up quickly. Ruminate under David Bentley now takes the lead. 3 fences from home. Addison is back in second. Green Forever third. 3 more lengths to Irish Prime and Of Notable Value. 2 fences from the finish line as they go into the turn, less than a half mile to go, and it is Ruminate leading the way as they come now to the 13th fence. And Ruminate with that lead moving into second now. On the inside is Green Forever, breaking some 5 lengths back to Of Notable Value. And then comes Irish Prime, and the early pace setters faded to last, Addison. Into the home stretch, and here's the last fence. Ruminate up over that fence. On the inside, Green Forever, a late run, but running out of ground now as Ruminate will win this. Ruminate by about 2.5. Green Forever second, and third under the finish line will be Irish Prime. Leading the way as they come down to the 13th fence. And Ruminate with that lead moving into second now. On the inside. They're moving into line. Flag is up, and they're off in the International Fegentri World Cup. And they head into the turn. And moving up, there goes Anitra's Dance, the Swiss entry, and on the outside, moving up very fast to challenge that lead, there goes Greg Ryan, gunning Deadly Force to the lead for the American interests. Deadly Force with the early lead to the first of 14 fences. Down on the inside, Woods Landing is next in second. Then you have Anitra's Dance on the outside. Up over that second fence. Break now, back to Sir Charleston, the British horse in third, representing Britain for the ARCA Amateur Riders. And then as they continue around the turn, you have J. William. And they've completed the third fence. And continuing with the other entrants, after J. William, we have a break of two back to Country Cousin and Smoking Gun. Into the stretch for the first time. Up over the fourth. And Greg Ryan aboard Deadly Force has the advantage as they come to the fifth. In second is Woods Landing. Up on the outside, Sir Charleston next in third. Anitra's Dance is in fourth position at this time. Then we have from between horses, we have Woods Landing there. After that comes a break of a length now back to J. William. And after that, towards the inside, comes Country Cousin and Smoking Gun as they head to the backstretch. To the sixth fence they go. Deadly Force leads the way. Break of 5 lengths. Back now to Woods Landing in second. Then it's another 3 lengths on the outside. Moving up, there goes Precise Direction. And Precise Direction in third at this time. 5 more lengths back now to the British interests of Sir Charleston. Then after that, you have another length and a half to Smoking Gun. And another break of 2 more lengths. Back to J. William. And the final 2 entrants, going back now to Country Cousin and Anitra's Dance. Into the stretch once more. As they approach now the 10th fence under the finish line for the second time. Deadly Force has been leading throughout, being tracked now by Precise Direction, who stumbled over that fence. And they make their way into the turn. And it's still Deadly Force with the advantage by about 2. In the second position on the inside, you have Woods Landing, and moving up towards the outside, gaining some ground. Here comes Smoking Gun, making up ground under Edgar Byrne as they hit the backstretch for the last time. And they approach now the 11th fence that way. Deadly Force, Smoking Gun together. Break of 2. Woods Landing next in third. 5 more lengths back to Sir Charleston. After that, we have J. William. Break of 3 more is Precise Direction, followed by Country Cousin. Less than a half mile from home. Coming now to the 13th fence. 2 fences to the finish line, and Smoking Gun has taken over the lead at the 13th fence. Charging hard in second and coming now with the rush. Here's Woods Landing representing Germany. Woods Landing on the inside. Smoking Gun, Deadly Force back in third. Country Cousin is next, and J. William into the home stretch. And Smoking Gun went a bit wide towards the inside. Last fence, stumbling in remarkably, staying up and down towards the finish line. Woods Landing, Smoking Gun, and Woods Landing, Smoking Gun. Very close photo. Third under the finish line will be Country Cousin in this International Fegentri World Cup hurdle. Flag is up and off. Breaking quickly, Ethical Actions under Gus Brown, going up for the early lead. Challenging on the outside now. There goes Silver Owl now moving up, and Silver Owl to the first jump has the lead. Coming back again, Ethical Actions. And as they head towards the second fence, Silver Owl, Ethical Actions are together as they go into the far turn. Break of two now to Sundrift Sandal third at this point. As they continue towards the far turn on the outside is the gray Antonio Starr, and a break of two more lengths now. Back to Maxi Tune and the early trailer, Try and Guess. Over the third fence and approaching the head of the stretch for the first time, with the fourth fence coming up in the Budweiser Cup. Into the stretch they come. Silver Owl enjoys the lead. 3 lengths now. Back on the inside is Ethical Actions. Sundrift Sandal third as they approach the fifth fence. Antonio Starr is fourth at this time. Maxi Tune is fifth. Freelit back to Try and Guess sixth and last. Five fences complete, heading around the turn and approaching the backstretch to the sixth jump. It is Silver Owl extending the lead to about 12 lengths at this time. Ethical Action second, Sundrift Sandal third. After that, towards the inside, Maxi Tune saving ground in fourth, Antonio Starr to the outside fifth, and Try and Guess still sixth and last at this time. Over the seventh fence they go. And up over that one. Half the fence is complete. And still leading the way, Silver Owl, who's opened up 12 on the field as they go to the eighth jump. Heading around the turn and approaching that eighth fence, Silver Owl still has the advantage. In second position, it is Ethical Actions under Gus Brown. And next comes Sundrift Sandal. Antonio Starr to the outside. After that, another length and a half back to Maxi Tune, and Try and Guess is still last. Into the stretch for the second time. Ninth fence, up over that one. The lead is cut to about 5 lengths now. Ethical Actions next. Coming up from between horses, Sundrift Sandal to the outside, Antonio Starr. As they go over the ninth fence that way, 4 fences from home, and it is still Silver Owl, but coming up quickly on the inside, Ethical Actions to join them. Ethical Actions, and together now, right on the outside, Silver Owl. Those two approach the backstretch for the last time with the 11th fence coming up. Moving through on the inside, Sundrift Sandal in contention now, in good position, saving ground on the inside. Antonio Starr is 4th between horses, looking for some racing room. Maxi Tune and Try and Guess. Down the backstretch for the last time, Ethical Actions over the 11th. Midway down the backstretch, the 12th fence coming up. Sundrift Sandal is gaining some ground. Dropping back out of the race was the early pace setter, Silver Owl. Around the far turn, 2 fences to go. Ethical Actions leads the way. Around the turn, Sundrift Sandal, Antonio Starr on the outside into Pat Cooney. Here comes the 13th fence, and Ethical Action still maintains the advantage. Sundrift Sandal into a drive to catch him. Antonio Starr is next from the back of the pack. Maxi Tune is making up ground. The other 2 are far back, straightening away into the home stretch in the Budweiser Cup. Here's the 14th and last fence, and straightening away into the stretch, Ethical Actions with the lead. Maxi Tune gaining. Sundrift Sandal are all closing in now. And here's the finish, down to the line, and it will be from last to first. Maxi Tune comes from off the pace to win it under Cyril Murphy. Very tight for second, ladies and gentlemen, between Ethical Actions and Sundrift Sandal.
You did. I'm wondering about the far.
Comes the 13th fence, and Ethical Action still maintains the advantage. Sundrift Sandal under a drive to catch him. Antonio Starr is next from the back of the pack. Maxi Tune is making up ground. The other 2 are far back, straightening away into the home stretch in the Budweiser Cup. Here's the 14th and last fence, and straightening away into the stretch, Ethical Actions with the lead. Maxi Tune gaining. Sundrift Sandal are all closing in now. And here's the finish, down to the line, and it will be from last to first, Maxi Tune. They're moving it to line, flag is up, and they're off in the Regent's Bank Holiday Cup. First away, Sultry Gate goes to the first fence with the lead. In the second position on the inside, Hunt Lane. Then a length back to Inca Colony. Towards the inside comes Grand Turk. To the outside is Clearance Code. And then another length and a half back now to the early trailer, Battle Sword. To the second fence they go. And up over that one, they've cleared that one nicely and head to the turn. Around the turn and heading towards the third fence that way. It's Sultry Gate with the advantage by about 2 lengths as they move to the third. In second position, Hunt Lane. Length and a half, Inca Colony third. They've all cleared that fence. About a break of 2 more. Now back to Clearance Code in the fourth position. To the outside comes Grand Turk. And then 2 lengths back now to Battle Sword, who's been the early trailer. The field of 6 straightens away into the stretch for the first time to the fourth fence, up over that one well, and coming through the stretch under the finish line for the first time. 4 fences complete. Now to the 5th. Up over that one in Sultry Gate under Arch Kingsley Jr. maintains the advantage. In 2nd, still Hunt Lane. Inca Colony saving ground 3rd. Towards the inside, you have Clearance Code. To the outside, you have Grand Turk. And between them is Battle Sword. As they head to the backstretch, those 6 head now towards the 6th of 14 fences. And on to the backstretch in the Regions Bank Holiday Cup. Maintaining the advantage, Sultry Gate. Still in 2nd, Hunt Lane. Still in 3rd, it's Inca Colony. Over the 6th, midway down the backstretch to the 7th. And back to the leader is still Sultry Gate. Completing 7 of the 14 fences. Hunt Lane is in 2nd. Break of 4 lengths now. Moving up to 3rd is Grand Turk on the outside. And advancing a bit down on the inside comes Inca Colony and Battle Sword and Clearance Code now back in 6th. Moving around the turn and over the 8th fence that way. And still with the margin of a length and a half is Sultry Gate, the best of the field at this time, as they come into the stretch for the 2nd time. Moving to the outside now is Grand Turk, and between those 2 comes Hunt Lane up over that fence. 9 complete. Past the finish line for the 2nd time, down to the 10th fence. Up over the 10th, and at that fence, unseating the rider, Grand Turk, as they continue their run towards the backstretch for the last time. And head now towards that next fence, 4 fences from home. And rider Roger Horgan is up and walking off the course as they head down the backstretch for the last time. And a battle now developing on the front end at the 11th fence. It's Sultry Gate clinging to a narrow lead, battling back now on the outside. There's Hunt Lane under Gus Brown. And these 2 battling for the riding title, half-mile from home. And 2 fences to go in the Regions Bank Holiday Cup. And it is now Hunt Lane who's shaking clear of Sultry Gate, but coming are other challengers on the outside. 13th fence coming up, and Hunt Lane with the narrow lead. Sultry Gate is next in 2nd between those 2. Clearance Code is putting in a strong run, and to the outside, Inca Colony into the home stretch for the last time. 14th and final fence coming up, and it is Hunt Lane, Gus Brown in front by 2. A late surge now. Clearance Code, but he's not going to catch him. And it is Hunt Lane, a decisive winner by about a length and a half. Clearance Code 2nd and a photo for 3rd. But coming are other challengers on the outside. 13th fence coming up, and Hunt Lane with the narrow lead. Sultry Gate is next in 2nd between those 2. Clearance Code long run and to the outside. Inca Colony in the home stretch for the last time. 14th and final fence coming up, and it is Hunt Lane, Gus Brown in front by 2. A late surge now. Clearance Code, but he's not going to catch him. And it is Hunt Lane, a decisive winner by about a length and a half.
And his running style seems to be, he likes to get in front and have horses chase him. He tends to, if you let horses run by him, which is sort of my normal style of riding, is to kind of wait and then go. But if horses start galloping away from him, he goes, oh, this is a little too difficult, you know, maybe wait until next week. And when I went on him the first time, I made a conscious effort to get to the lead about 3/4 of a mile out and make them chase me. And once he gets there, he's a great jumper, and no one really can get to him.